up, y'all? You're in the clinch with Chuck and D. I'm Chuck.
And I'm still a devil.
All right. UFC 116 is coming up this Saturday. We're going to dive right in. It's a huge fight card, being that it's Brock Lesnar versus Shane Carwin.
Mm-hmm.
We picked out a few fights.
Well, it's huge because both these guys is big
huge,
as hell.
Right,
so.
Right. All right, so let's jump right in. We got
All right.
George Sotiropoulos versus Kurt Pellegrino.
Mm-hmm.
Sotiropoulos coming off an unanimous decision against Joe Big Daddy Stevenson. Kurt Pellegrino, we know who he is. What do you got?
I'm looking at I'm gonna tell you something. This is gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be two guys putting on a display of nothing but
these two dudes are dogs.
Dogs. Like
Sorry,
that.
Dogs.
I mean, and mind you, these dudes gonna be out there, not swinging for the fences, but they're gonna put on a show of technical skill. I will actually have to say that I like Pellegrino, but man, Sotiropoulos is just an exciting fighter to watch.
Sotiropoulos. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go unanimous decision on this. I think Pellegrino's never been knocked out. Sotiropoulos doesn't have a whole lot of power. I'm gonna go ahead and say Sotiropoulos by unanimous decision.
I'm gonna go. This guy is a black belt, BJJ. Sotiropoulos by submission, second round.
Cool. Next rematch between Szynski and Stephan Bonnar. I'm gonna tell you something. Stephan Bonnar is cashing checks on a fight that happened 10 years ago.
That is true.
And he ain't done shit since that fight.
I'm gonna say this, not to disrespect any of you MMA fans that really like this guy because he helped put UFC on the map. The guy hasn't had, to me, a really exciting fight since he fought
Forrest
Griffin, and
he really does know MMA. By the way,
to be totally honest with you, I don't like this matchup. I thought Szynski won the first fight,
hands down,
and I just think that the rematch it's a wasted rematch.
TKO stoppage first round.
I say TKO second round. Szynski.
I'm going with Szynski as well. Next fight is Chris Lytle versus Brown, and again, here we go again.
This guy,
lights out Lytle. Hey, it should be lights out, dude. Call it a career. Yeah, you're done. You're never gonna get anywhere here. I mean, what do you?
Well, I have to disagree. I think the guy still has good fights still left in him.
Champion?
He's not contender quality. I mean, to be totally honest, you want to see a good fight? Throw Chris Lytle in the ring with somebody. I mean, UFC fight nights. Here you go for the rest of your career.
Let me try this again. Matt Brown is a dog.
He's a dog. Matt Brown is a dog. And to get in the ring with him and you think you're going to win, I mean, you better strap your boots up tight because this is going to be a fight here.
The one thing I do want to point out is Lytle is proficient in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Matt Brown did get choked out to Almeida, but Almeida Jiu-Jitsu, Lytle Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, it's
two different things.
Well, yeah, but Lytle used to box too. Was a professional boxer, so I mean he has punching power to put people out too. So I mean that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to totally say that it's not going to be a fight, but I look at this. If Matt Brown can get the best, Matt Brown has really good conditioning in my eyes. And if this goes,
one of his proficiencies,
I think it'll go to distance. It could be. I'm going TKO Matt Brown third round.
I got TKO Matt Brown second round.
Okay.
Man, have you ever smoked crack before?
No.
I had never smoked crack before, but apparently there must be a huge supply in the Chris Lieben camp because this
Lieben just fought two weeks ago. 2 weeks ago,
and he's
not
getting 2 months
back into the ring. And not only did he it wasn't a mediocre fight that he was in.
Wait, how did he do it after the last fight?
Dude,
what's up?
I got an idea.
What's that?
I just fought. Let's see if I can fight 2 weeks from now. Are you insane? Dude, he was in a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Aaron Simpson ain't no punk.
Not a punk. I actually had Lieben losing this fight.
Till he landed that shot against Aaron Simpson.
He hit him, and he knocked Aaron Simpson clean out. So
let's look at the other side.
Let me say this before you go there. So, yes, the guy has power to put somebody out. But Akiyama's not a punk.
Akiyama is a monster.
He's a beast.
Do you know who his favorite person is of all time?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. This dude's looking to kill people. So his last fight, split decision against Alan Belcher. Alan Belcher is a dog. And I don't care if it was a disputed split decision. The guy beat Alan Belcher. And Alan Belcher has tree trunks for legs. Look, I'm going to tell you something. Akiyama is going to win this fight against Chris Lieben. I'm going to say KO or TKO in the first or second round.
I'm saying first round. For a first round knockout. I think the 2 weeks is going to play a major part because, dude, smoking crack kills.
All right, Brock Lesnar versus Shane Carwin. This is the big fight. Everybody's been waiting for this fight. Quick little fun fact for you. Okay, Brock Lesnar has what? What would you say? Lunchbox?
Lunchbox.
Refrigerator?
I'm gonna go with he has Frigidaire hands.
Frigidaire hands. Fists like Frigidaires. Shane Carwin has fists like Sub-Zeros.
They're huge. 5X. 5X.
Check this out. Lesnar wears a 3X glove. UFC makes 3X gloves. Shane Carwin wears a 5X glove. They got to specially make that.
I'm going to tell you, 5X with 4-ounce gloves hurts. That's got to hurt.
Dude,
so to get hit, but I mean, I'm going to say this. Yes, Carwin hasn't made it out the first round. All his fights are, first round stoppage in the first round, all by knockout. On the other hand, and don't get me wrong, let me set the record straight. I am not really sold on Brock Lesnar being this really big heavyweight champ. I still think he has something to prove in the MMA game coming from the WWE. But, and catch a package. I still think that this guy has something to prove. But on the other hand, I think he goes into this match with the game plan against Shane Carwin. Frank Mir could have beaten Shane Carwin if he had stuck to his bread and butter of what? Jiu-jitsu. Take the guy to the ground. Work around. And I think both of these guys after the weigh-in, both of these guys going to go back to their room and eat shit and fucking book back up to about 280. They probably going to walk into the ring anywhere between 275, 280 given. I honestly believe that Brock Lesnar may come in a little bit bigger than that. And I think that the game plan would be to get him on the ground, wear him out. If a guy's never been out of the first round, that's a cause for concern. Well, especially with somebody as big as Lesnar on top.
So you're going with Brock?
I'm gonna go with Brock. I think if it goes the distance, I think it goes past the first round. I say third round stoppage.
I'm gonna call ring rust. We've seen what ring rust can do to fighters. I'm going to call ring rust in this thing with Brock Lesnar. I think he will try and take Shane Carwin down, but I'm going to tell you you remember Ring King? Mm-hmm. All right. It's going to be like this. He's going to go down to take him down. Boop. And that's going to be it. Shane Carwin, knockout or TKO, first or second round.
You're a clown. Well, with this fight, what this is going to do is going to blow the heavyweight division wide open.
And what you're talking about is what happened last Saturday.
The last emperor has fallen, and all you MMA fans know that what happened. If you haven't heard, Fedor Emelianenko lost to Fabricio Verdum and Strikeforce.
Time out. I was at your house.
He called it.
What'd I say?
He called it. He said he had a feeling.
I had a feeling.
It happened.
And it happened.
So, Alistair Overeem is the Strikeforce champ, and honestly,
I feel bad for you, Alistair.
Verdum already beat you, and he don't even want to fight you.
He don't even want to fight. He didn't even mention his name.
No, he didn't.
He wants to fight Fedor again.
It's going to be interesting to see who they look as the top heavyweight. So.
Yeah, coming out of that. So, anyways, well, thank you for joining us for this show. In the meantime, I'm Chuck.
And I'm D.
And you were in the clinch.